Hi, my name is Matt.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne Buck.
I'm Chris Black.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. Probably already knew that.
Hi, I'm Scott.
Hi, my name is Sarah Brown. I'm a senior.
And I'm graduating this year.
I am a senior.
I'm graduating this year.
And I'm honored to be part of the first ever graduating class.
The first ever graduating high school class
First graduating class.
for Middletown Christian School.
And I'm really excited to graduate.
I'm going to Laterno University. Going to be a mechanical engineer. Don't argue with Mr. L. And don't keep your gym shorts in your locker for over 2 weeks because the grass starts to ferment. When we were camping last year, after school, we went camping at the beach, and Scott, Matt, Mr. Lucan, and myself went fishing. And after we were done fishing, it was getting dark, so we started heading back. And on the path, there was this rope across the path about stomach height. And Mr. Lucan and I were like, let's make Matt and Scott trip on the rope. So we go over the rope, and Mr. Lucan said, "Come on, Matt, hurry up!" And then Matt starts running hard, and no, wait, still slow down. No, but he keeps running, and he hit the rope so hard that the poles that were holding the rope up bent over, and it slingshotted him back into Scott, who was running up with him, and they tangled up into a ball on the ground. It was the funniest thing. It's an embarrassing moment. Probably blanking on last year's play. I was supposed to say my evil plot, and I forgot it all. But it wasn't that embarrassing because after 10 minutes of standing there in silence, I thought of something else to say, and it was funny, so it wasn't so bad. That's got to be Colossians 3:23. Do all your work heartily as unto the Lord rather than for men. It's really given me a purpose for my life. God gives us something to do, and that's why we're doing it. We're doing it for Him. It gives you more fulfillment in whatever you're doing, integrity, because God's always watching you, so no matter what you're doing it for Him. Well, besides Jesus Christ, of course, it'd be a mix between my mom and dad. I'd probably thank them for taking time, when I was little, doing stuff with me instead of doing it for me. Even though I was stupid at it, whatever, they took the time and taught me how to do it. So I knew how to do things, and I just thank them for sending me to this school so I could learn, about God and schoolwork at the same time. And you can't really separate the two really after a while. God's part of everything, so it's the best education you can get. To my brother and sister, I guess, for being so patient with me. Pretty silly around the house sometimes.
Going off to college, probably down in either Alabama or maybe Lambuth University's in Tennessee. Favorite memory? We've done a lot of fun stuff, I think, through our years here at MCHS. Probably the funnest thing we did as a class was the first camping trip 2 years ago. We went to Lake Berryessa and we camped there for a night, and we all went swimming and we went tubing, and it was all a lot of fun. A lot of my favorite just verses are in Proverbs because they're always so witty and sarcastic. And do not correct a scoffer lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man and he will love you. Most influential person, besides obviously my mom and my dad and pastors and all that good stuff, I think my grandma has actually influenced me a lot. We've gotten kind of close over the past few years. We talk, and I don't know, she's just a really amazing woman. Thank my parents. Obviously, they've paid for me to get this good education, and anything I can do, it's because of them. If I'm smart, it's because they were smart first. And so much of the stuff I say where people are like, "Oh, that was so good. How do you know that?" It's because I heard it at home. To thank Eliza, my older sister, because we used to be really close, and we've drifted apart the last few years, and it hasn't made a difference to her. She's still just perfect. Other people, just teachers and teachers.
My future plans actually are to attend William Jessup University in Rockland, which is just south of Sacramento, and study to be either elementary or high school teacher. Favorite school memory? Well, I've actually had the opportunity, and this has only been for this year, to teach little kids chapel. I've only done about 3 of them, and I think I've completed 4 by the end of the year. But it's been a great opportunity for me to share the gospel with these little kids and to be a part of God's plan. It's almost incomprehensible to me. And it's an incredible blessing and opportunity. And to see the look on the kids' faces when they grasp God's truths and to see it apply in their lives, it's really awesome. My favorite Bible story / verses would be the book of Proverbs. It's one I've been kind of studying this school year. And it's been a great tool for me on a daily basis, because in Proverbs it's talking about gaining wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is what coming to school is about, is gaining understanding and gaining wisdom. And it just was a great reminder for me that not only am I seeking to gain wisdom and knowledge of worldly things, but that God Himself is the source of all wisdom, and I need to be seeking Him and His knowledge and His wisdom, not just worldly stuff. I went to use the restroom at the Orpheum Theater, I believe it's called, and I went down and I used the bathroom, was washing my hands on the way out. There's a mirror right next to the door, kind of at an angle, and so it's like the door and then the mirror's over here. And I wasn't paying attention, I was in a rush, we were trying to leave, so I just walk and see the door right in front of me, or what I thought was the door. It's just a reflection of the door in the mirror. Boom! Face first into it, and leave this fat like face print on the mirror. And my bad, thought it was the door, and left. Well, I can say truly, every single person that I have had the opportunity to meet and spend some time with in my time here at MCS has been a blessing and an honor. Each person I have come in contact with has impacted my life in many ways. But I would have to say probably my teacher, Mr. Lukanen, would have been the most influential. Since the time I got here, he has been somewhat of an older brother to me. It was kind of a new situation coming to new school, but he was very open to talking with me and always challenging me. I mean, he's beaten me at soccer since I came here, so I've had to beat him in that, wrestling, and always challenging me and always reminding me that I can always do better, but always also helping me keep my focus on God, and that was the most important thing above all, was that I seek to glorify God in all that I do. So thank you, Mr. Al. Well, I'd like to thank all the faculty and staff here at MCS. You guys have been wonderful serving not only God, but all the students around us, and it can really tell, and we really appreciate what you've done. Thank you to my sisters. I know we haven't gotten along as well this year as we have in the past, but you guys are still my favorite, and you know, when you guys go get married, I will always have your hearts, whether you want me to keep it or not. And most importantly to Mom and Dad, who they've made a ton of sacrifices for my sisters and I to be able to come here, and we don't always show our appreciation as much as we should, and so I would just like to say thank you. I know my sisters would say the same thing, that we appreciate it so much, and we just love you guys.